I really didn't see what happened for real. But, it's a competitive sport. We all love each other, but, things, get a little intense. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Your opener a couple years ago, Byron, versus Rice University. I don't know if you remember that game.
I remember that game.
Yeah, because it was like 150 degrees. The black little pellets in your stadium there were like melting with our sideline reporter. I mean, it was hot, hot, hot. And Brady just mentioned this ain't Texas. How much of a role does that play? And I guess getting you guys ready, big guys ready, because you're going to play in some heat and humidity this year versus also just the quality of work you can get done in these rather temperate climates.
I feel like it's a big difference, coming from Texas to Seattle, man, it's a huge difference because, in Texas it'd be 105. Oof. Probably feeling like 113 though, and the heat play a huge part in it, because big guys like me, the heat usually wear us out faster, but it's just being up here, I feel like how the weather is like 80, 90 degrees, I feel like I can get way more work done, way more quality work and reps. Yep. And I feel like as a team, as a just as a collective, we can get things done. I say better and just more precise as well.
Let's talk about your rookie season, Byron. What do you feel like was the biggest thing you learned? I heard you talking the other day to the media at large about how the importance of film study. Is that what you were saying? Can you tell us more about that?
I say really, when I was talking about that, I'm saying really just getting to know your opponent. Just knowing the ins and outs. His strength, his weaknesses, and I just coming into it last year, I feel like I could have done a way better job than that. But I was a rookie, just new to everything. But now, just transitioning to the off season, just watching more film, learning from other guys like my vets and everything. So just coming into this year, like coming into training camp and OTAs, I just see things totally different out, from my opponent, like the guy across from me.
And where'd you train this offseason? Were you up here, down in Dallas?
I was here and back in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah. And what was the focus, just like physically, of your training? What was some things you focused on?
Physically, I say, I was lifting. I was lifting, but not a lot. But just to keep my strength up, because I'm already a strong guy. But my main focus is really pass rushing, man. Just really just focusing on pass rushing. Working the edge. Off of O-lineman. This really was my main focus, just pass rushing, really.
Byron, we got some guys listening and gals listening to this show that are firefighters, that are milkmen, milkman Jays out there. They fancy themselves strong guys. My buddy Daniel Hill, he's a trainer. He loves to work out every day. They're always blown away when you say you're strong. I think Jaron Reed said you were as strong as bleep, like strong as bleep bleep.
He said it 3 times, too.
Yeah, he did. So can you, for, maybe those that enjoy working out, that go to the gym, can you kind of put into reference, like when they say you're strong as bleep bleep, what does that mean? Like bench, squat? I know you don't do like you did in college, but you go into that weight room. What are we talking about you eating?
Man, I mean, pretty much all over the board. I'm all around with it, from the first lift to the last lift. And then the guy I'm lifting with is Jay Reed, so lifting with him it's just saying one.
Okay, so let's go bench press, right? Let's go either dumbbell bench press or barbell bench press. What are we doing? Maybe not like right now in the midst of camp, but what's a strength workout for Byron doing that?
Man, bench press. We'll probably start off with a warm up. Warm up probably be 225. Sure. Get a couple reps of that. After that, we probably 315 on up. I probably finish around probably 365, 375 on bench, messing around with Jay Reed. So
for reps. And how many reps of the? Or do you ever do 1 rep max on bench or anything like that, or is it? Are you repping it out? 3 reps. Yeah, just rep it out. At 365.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's easy, though. I mean, that's just easy. And we won't even talk about squat, where it's probably 600, 700, 800 pounds. We don't even need to do any of that stuff. So, as you said, man, that's all great, and the weight room is all great, but this is a league of technique, right? This is a league of movement. And you talked about studying your opponent. Your opponent now is your own teammates, right? The last couple of weeks and everything you've seen in camp, everything in the offseason with OTAs. From our perspective, Byron, we're so curious about what this offensive line is being asked to do and what it's like from your perspective to kind of go against the Gray Zables and the different new faces you're seeing with the new scheme. Can you kind of fill in some of the blanks of what it's been like going against the opponent that has been your teammate the last couple months?
So recently, man, I've been going against Gray a lot, from Gray to Olu to Christian Haynes, Anthony Bradford, just going against those guys. I feel like, that's made me a better player as well. Just really iron, trying to sharpen iron, especially, Gray. I go against Gray every day on purpose, just to try to get them better, every day, get them ready for the season, get them ready for these D linemen. It's some real D linemen out there in the league, so just trying to get him prepared. He stay asking me questions. How can I help him? Why did I make this move on him? Why did I do this or do that? So he really, just trying to get guys better. Each and every day. That's my biggest concern. I want the best for the O-line, but not against me when I'm going against them.
This rushing scheme, there's the outside zone. I realize they're doing more than just not every run play is outside zone, but as a defensive lineman, when they are hammering that, and you're having to cover a lot of ground over the course of a game. Does that have kind of playing that kind of run game, does that have kind of a tiring out effect, or can it have a tiring out effect on defensive linemen?
It can, because, they got you running sideways all game, but I feel like just ripping it at practice every day because, our team do run a lot of outside zone. I feel like, they'll help, especially against like teams like San Fran's, guys who do outside zone a lot, who perfect it to a T. So I feel like just repping it with these guys each and every day, I feel like going into the game, it'll be nothing.
When you go back to DeSoto, you go back to Austin, you go back to family and friends, Byron, and they ask you about your rookie year, how would you characterize your rookie season?
Man, when they ask me about my rookie year,
how was it, Byron? How did you play? How did you feel like your body of work, your resume, your tape? How do you feel like your rookie year went?
I feel like I played really good. Like I feel like the role they had me playing, I feel like I owned that role. I played up to my standard. But I also feel like I could have did even better. But just being a rookie, I feel like last year I was just playing off instinct because the game was so fast. But like now, like coming into it now, it's like the game has slowed all the way down. So that helps me a lot. Now I'm able to like see everything, read formations. I'm knowing where the ball going now. So and I also like just know my ops, like when to take them or not. So man, I'm just pumped for the season. I'm ready to go.
The vast majority of your snaps, if I'm not mistaken, they came on first and second down last year. Do you feel like there's more opportunity? I know there's a lot of guys in that defensive line room. Do you feel like there's more opportunity to get you involved on third down more?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I feel like it is, especially since I've been working on my pass rushing, and I've been showing my coaches, my D-line coach, Mike, and all these coaches that, I can rush. So I feel like I'm going to have a lot of more ops, a lot of more opportunities this year on third down.
Would you call that what would you call that yesterday, a kerfuffle? When everybody, I don't know, and Derek didn't he just kind of hug Sam? Wasn't Derek just kind of giving him love before things got a little animated? How would you kind of describe that scene yesterday?
Man, I really didn't see what happened for real. But it's a competitive sport. We all love each other, but things get a little intense. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Speaking of competitive dudes, tell me about number 0. What's it like having DeMarcus Lawrence on your defense in the huddle? Just for people who haven't really seen him play a lot of football in this market, what kind of player is he? What kind of personality is he?
Oh, man, D-Law, special guy, man. He's crazy. He's wired different. He's wired completely different. But, man, I feel like a guy like that in our room, that's what we need. He's a guy. He's a leader. He keep us going. He always positive. And he always, putting this, he's just always leading us in the right direction, he's being that vet, that savvy vet he is, 12 years in the game. So, man, just having him in the room, it's an honor to be in the room with him and to play with him, but just to soak up all the knowledge from him. Like, he always giving us young guys, like, just little nuggets and, just little things, for us to be successful on the field.
Well, Mr. Murphy, I could hear you breathing on the way in. I don't want to make you mad and late to meetings on the way out. You got stuff to do. You got lifting. You got all sorts of stuff going. You got a first preseason game just a little over 48 hours away, which will be great at CenturyLink. Always fun to get back to game time. We appreciate it, man. Have a awesome sophomore season. We're excited to watch you right in the middle of it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You got it, man. There goes Byron Murphy. It's weird, man. He's got them instincts.